And Sunrise continues. I'm Howard Dicus, and this is my cubicle. You'll notice, as we come in tight on it, that it's not very large. Actually, it turns out that's a national and a local trend. And to talk about it, we brought in Matt Bittick from Bishop Street Commercial. You know, I read all the reports that you and your arch rivals put out about the slow diminishing of occupancy as the economy gets better. But all of you have started to mention this other trend that apparently isn't related to the economy.
Correct. Yeah, downsizing of the and making office space more efficient.
I guess it originally probably started with someone who had to make the office space smaller, but then somebody noticed that it was okay.
Right, and I think people are getting more used to having smaller workspaces and also just used to not carrying so much. The computer space is typically a lot smaller now. People have iPads now instead of, you know, a large box for a computer screen. You know, the overall space design has changed drastically over the last 10, 15 years.
Do we have any metrics for that? I mean, how small is the average office cube these days?
Well, about 15 years ago, the average per person full-time employee was about 350 square feet. Today, it's about 120 square feet.
Okay, so that's only a little bit more than 10 by 10. So
it's a little bit more than 10 by 10. Right.
I noticed that just some examples of local offices doing this. Two of our biggest and most famous law firms are downsizing, even though they're both doing fine.
Right.
The defense contractor BAE is moving into smaller space.
Right.
And I guess there actually have been half a dozen pretty well-known companies doing this over the past few years.
Right. Well, some of the larger companies who signed leases 15, 20 years ago, their spaces are currently functionally obsolete. Technology has made so many advances with the utilization of office space that it doesn't make sense for them to renovate in place. It actually is easier for them to redesign space in a new building and move into it. So, you know, they may have 100 employees in their current space and occupy 30,000 square feet. Mm-hmm. They can move to a new building, be 100 employees and occupy 20,000 square feet.
Okay, it's Matt Bittick from Bishop Street Commercial, one of the commercial real estate investment, management, and brokerage firms in the city. And we'll keep following this for you because it's a pretty darn interesting trend. We'll go back into the set now. Who we got? Dan?
Yep, that's
you,
me,
Dan?
Howard. Yeah. How are you? Hey, let's go to the airport. Couple of delays you need to be aware of.